So with about 9 weeks to go, I've now started training for my hike. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing I did to prepare for the PCT. I made it through that hike with no real major injuries, so whatever I was doing seemed to work out. Basically, my training routine last summer was just two things. The first was pistol squats, and the second was trail running. So pistol squats are basically just one-legged squats with your leg out in front of you. I like them because, unlike normal squats where once you get comfortable with them you really need to crank up the weight, pistol squats you can do just about anywhere with no weight, and they're still pretty difficult. If you do need to add weight, you don't need to add very much. So obviously this is for building leg strength. It's very helpful for when you're taking those big climbs with big steps heading up a hill, anything where you're carrying the full weight of your pack, which could have a lot of food and water in it weighing you down, and it just makes those big climbs that much easier. Now the second part of what I did while training for the PCT was trail running, and this is mainly to build up your cardio and also your foot strength, just your whole stability of your ankles and your feet and everything. Your feet are really going to take a pounding on long distance hikes, so anything you can do to try and toughen them up and get them used to the uneven ground where you're going to have roots and rocks and things that you could twist an ankle on, it really goes a long way to preparing them to handle all that. And I also find it's really good for the mental side of things. It's one of those things where there's a lot of times where you want to quit, and if you can get through and push yourself to finish out the distance or whatever you set out to run that day, it carries over a lot into hiking, where you kind of set a goal to make your miles, and sometimes you won't really feel like it and conditions won't be the greatest, but if you have that kind of mental fortitude to push through it, that's also going to help a lot. So yeah, that's it. Two simple things. In my completely unprofessional opinion, I feel like they made a lot of difference for me in how I was prepared for the PCT. There are a lot of people that say you can just use the first bit of your hike as your training and just get into shape in the first bits of Southern California, for example, which is fine. I started late, so I wanted to start out kind of at full speed, and on my Iceland trip, it's not going to be that long, nothing compared to the PCT, so that kind of warm-up phase, by the time you get into shape on the trail's going to be over. So in that case, I just want to go there prepared and hopefully have an injury-free hike.